So back on the struggle of, again, we really, I can't stress it enough, guys. So you don't, what's healthy is vanilla to you, right? And what's attractive to you is all of the negative characteristics that you don't even want in a mate, right? You always hear people, regardless of their gender, regardless of their sexuality, talking about they want someone that is able to communicate, is open with them, is honest with them, is consistent, is loving, caring, hardworking, potentially physically attractive, which physical attraction is very subjective because, again, that's all about, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what's attractive to you may not be attractive to another person. That's why I say physical attraction is very subjective. Anyways, those are what you want, but then you go after women, men, people who disrespect you. They don't care about you. They take and take. They never give. They leave you feeling confused because they're constantly sending mixed messages. A person can literally tell you they love you and then turn around and cheat on you. So and this is another reason why I say too, you got to pay attention to actions. Actions speak louder than words. You can't just be sitting up listening to someone tell you how much they love and care about you, but when you look at their actions, it's the complete opposite. And this is also called cognitive dissonance, which, again, when you grow up in dysfunctional ass households where you have parents telling you they love you, but yet they're beating your ass, whooping you, and instilling corporal punishment, what kind of message are you really sending the child? How can someone who loves you is also the same person inflicting pain? Again, when you look at a lot of our upbringings, this is why we have so many issues as adults, okay? How can someone who loves you and cares about you and wants the best for you turn around and abandon you? Again, deadbeat parents who come in and out of their children's life. And then you wonder why you're an adult dealing with someone who's constantly cheating on you, disrespecting you, isn't showing you any type of affection, doesn't know how to communicate, but you keep trying to get their validation, seeking their approval. You keep trying to prove yourself because that's what you did as a child. That's what I did as a child, trying to prove myself to my mom, like, hey, I'm a pretty good kid. You don't have to leave me again and disappear for months. You don't have to leave me with Granny and Papa. Like, again, we tend to live in cycles, so we repeat what we've been through. A lot of us pick mates based off of our parents or whoever raised us. So don't be surprised. You always hear people say mommy and daddy issues. And again, this is regardless of gender and sexuality, because there's plenty of men who have mommy and daddy issues. There's plenty of women who have mommy and daddy issues. There's plenty of people who have mommy and daddy issues, okay? Do understand that. And it shows, because look at how we act. Look at how we behave. And again, look at your mate. Your mate probably resembles some characteristics of your parent or your guardian or whoever raised you, okay? But like I said, so today I made a pivotal decision to exit myself out of another potential situationship from HE double hockey sticks. Remember we used to say that? We're grown, okay? So I exited myself out of another situation from hell. And that's another thing that I'm kind of noticing is that in today's dating arena, at least in my experience, it's a lot of situationships. Which is fine if you're just trying to fuck around and get your rocks off and, you didn't want anything serious to begin with, great. But if you're one of those people who's actually, you're getting older or you want more for yourself, then you're not really interested in situationships. You kind of want something committed, something long-term, something authentic and real, not something built off of superstition and superficial ideals, But anyways, so I exited out of that and this is one of my advice if you're dealing with someone who doesn't know how to communicate and goes weeks without communicating and then pops up with the I miss you and hey, how you doing, or I was just thinking about you, after weeks, months without any type of communication, without physically seeing them, you know, they basically ghosted your ass. If that is the situation, what I recommend, especially if you're the one that's always reaching out because you're a people pleaser and you're seeking validation all the time, here goes the advice. Delete their phone number out of your phone. Delete their phone number out of your contacts. Delete them off of all social media. Don't follow them, delete them. And in some cases, you might just have to block them off of all social media accounts. And not only block them off of social media, but before you delete the phone number, block their phone number and then delete their phone number. That way, they can't get in touch with you. Period. That way you don't feel the itch to text them, to call them, to, you know, check their social media accounts, to send them a message over the internet through the social media. If they're blocked and deleted, you can't do it. So I just deleted the phone number. I had already got rid of them off of social media back in August. So that's why I say you really have to do these things to set up healthy boundaries for yourself and to reinforce your own boundaries, because a lot of people like to come in and out of people's lives. And since a lot of us grew up in dysfunctional ass households with deadbeat ass parents and inconsistent love, a lot of us are used to the in and out behavior, and that's not normal, nor is that respectful. And how can someone care about you and love you and then treat you like a fucking option? Okay, like, do understand that. Like, we really have to reprogram our mindsets, okay? This is why I really advocate for life coaching and therapy and counseling. Some of us need to be on medication. I'm just being honest. You know, you need to do what's best for your mental health, for your physical and mental well-being. So like I was saying, block that ass. Block Iana, okay? Block Iana, for real. Block that ass and keep it moving. And that's what I did. Because like I said in previous videos, red flags are hell no's moving forward. After last year, any little traceling of disrespect, I'm pulling back. And let's get into part 3.